Hello, everybody. This is yet another new week. Thank you so much for joining us today. Love to greet all of you learners, my learners. Welcome to yet another exciting week, to the new week, and also a new lesson. I hope everybody's okay, everybody's good, and we all had a good weekend. Can you say hi to the chat so that I can recognize you that you are here with me today? Hello. Wow, so many hellos in the chat, so many hi. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for being part of today's lesson. It's going to be good, it's going to be great. Yes, without a waste of time, let us get started with it. I'm glad everybody can hear me and that everybody is a part of today's lesson. Let's get on with it. You know, it is 12 p.m., which means that it is time for English First Additional Language. I'm still your host, I'm still your presenter, your teacher for the subject. Let's get on with it. So today's lesson would be more interactive because it would be about a group discussion. Okay, so it will be what we will be learning today is what is a group discussion, okay? The roles which are involved in a group discussion and how to play them, how the speakers in a group discussion take turns, how to explain your viewpoints and to reach a consensus, how to use appropriate language, style, and register. And we are also going to participate in a group discussion in today's lesson. It's going to be good, it's going to be interesting, I tell you. I chose a very interesting topic that everybody can weigh in on. Okay, so stick around for that. You will see what that topic is. So yes, and okay, since then we are not in a classroom situation, we would be texting our viewpoints, right? And I will take that opportunity to look at how you use your punctuation marks, to see if you use capital letters and all those things that which we have learned so far, your finite verbs, your emotive language, manipulative language, your punctuation marks, your full stop, comma, and things like that. Okay. So yes, today's lesson really is going to be that interesting, going to be exciting. Yes, I hope you have charged your phone, you have charged your tablet, and that your laptop is also, it has enough battery power for all that we would be doing today. Remember, as always, when you have a question, the chat is open for you to ask your questions and I will respond to them. I will attend to your questions as soon as I see them appear on the chat. All right, okay. So before we move on, what did we do on Friday? On Friday, this is what we did. We did abbreviations, remember? And we also went through the types of abbreviations. Do you remember them? The clipped abbreviations, acronyms, truncation, portmanteau, and so on and so forth. And for each and every one of them, I gave examples. And there was also a homework. Hmm. Do you all remember when we did abbreviations and we said that an abbreviation is the shortened form of a word or a phrase? And we went through a couple of different types of abbreviations. And for each and every type, we also gave several popular examples, right? And remember, one thing I stressed in the previous lesson was that when you do your formal writing, do not use colloquial speech abbreviations. Do not use slang. I mean your LOL, do not use it. Your LOL, BTW, TBH, you know them, all those abbreviations you use in your social media. Yes, you are encouraged not to use them, okay? Do not use them, you will lose marks and you will certainly be misunderstood, okay? Not everybody knows what LOL means, and to some people, an LOL can really mean a different thing. And at this point in time, I remember the story of this guy who was of yeah, I remember the story of this guy who was in a relationship, okay? So then his partner's mother died, like his girlfriend's mother died, and after he heard about that, he wrote a message to his girlfriend, sympathizing with her, telling her that he will be there for her and everything will be okay. And then the last thing that he said at the end of that message was LOL. Okay. So when his girlfriend read it, she read that LOL as lots of laughter. She interpreted it to mean lots of laughter, and she was very hurt and very angry because she really didn't understand why her boyfriend could laugh at such a tragedy which has befallen her life. And the boyfriend, when he wrote the LOL, he was trying to communicate lots of love. But then to this girlfriend, it wasn't that. She interpreted it to be LOL, like lots of laughter, like as if like the guy is making fun of that sad situation. Okay, and because of that, the relationship really had to end. Yeah, that was so sad. That was so sad. So yes, that is why we discourage such things. Okay, so that it is easy to misunderstand you when you use full sentences, when you write in formal English. So please remember that even in your social media, okay, just write in full, okay. Instead of saying TBH, just say to be honest. I mean, it is not like it will take you too long to write to be honest. Things like that. Yes, we also went through question marks. We said every time when you write a question, use a question mark so that we can see that what you are writing is indeed a question. Okay, we also went through exclamation marks. We said that when we write a sentence which expresses strong emotions such as anger, joy, frustration, and pain, then we use an exclamation mark at the end. I remember I made an example saying, get out, get out. You're going to use an exclamation mark for such a sentence because it conveys a very strong emotion. We also learned about a full stop, when to use it, how to use it, as well as a comma. So in today's discussion that we are going to do a bit later on in this lesson, I am expecting you to use all these punctuation marks, the question mark, the exclamation mark, the full stop, the comma where appropriate. And I am also expecting you not to use abbreviations, not to use this colloquial language, okay? Yes, so today's lesson will also be an opportunity for us to apply what we have already learned so far. So let's get on with today's lesson. As you already know, speaking is very important, but in this case, we will not be speaking, we would be writing. Writing is also as important as speaking, okay? Because especially right now with the lockdown situation, you can't go to visit your friend and speak to them, okay? So the thing you do is what you write. You have to write them messages on social media, okay? Yes, right. So about a discussion, that is when we'll be sharing our opinions, right, about what topic we will be having. And okay, there may be some key questions which are put forward for the discussion for us to answer. Remember, I said we will be doing a discussion in this lesson today, okay? But instead of speaking, it will be us writing. And even as you write in the chat, I would use this opportunity to correct your writings, okay? To look at how you use punctuation marks, your grammar, your spelling, and everything like that, okay? Yes, I remember the speaker should explore a range of ideas, so we are all speakers, but in this case we will not be speaking, we would be writing, okay? So we will listen to one another. Remember, whatever you'll be writing in the chat, I will read it out loud, although I know that you will also be able to read it, okay? Then remember always that there should be a link between the points you say, and remember also to follow the topic, okay? Please keep to the topic, all right? Please keep to the topic, okay? So yes, most of this lesson will be us doing the group discussion, because one thing about a group discussion is it is almost similar to the forum. You remember some few weeks back we did the forum, and a group discussion is more or less like that, although there are some differences, right? Okay, so another thing you should be doing is, by your viewpoints, you should try to bring people into your discussion by what you would have wrote, okay? By what you would be saying if we were in class, okay? Yes, and whatever opinion that which you express, you have to have reasons to support your opinion, okay? Everything happens for a reason, so they say. So even your opinion should have reasons, okay? you you just cannot have an opinion for the sake of having an opinion. Nope. You need to have a reason for every opinion you have. All right, yeah. So even right now, if you think that it is better to have a smartphone than to have a tablet, that is your opinion, and you should have a good reason for such an opinion, okay? So yeah, remember, each speaker talks about a particular aspect of the topic, okay? So it will be one topic, but it will have different sides, okay? So we may really compare it to a house, that if maybe we are talking about a certain house, it will be best if there is somebody who talks about the the front of the house, somebody else talks about the back of the house, there is somebody who talks about the roof of the house, and there are other people who talk about the inside of the house, where there is somebody who talks about one bedroom, the other one the second bedroom, the other person the third bedroom. Then there is a person who talks about the bathroom, there's a person who talks about the sitting room, the TV room, and there's another person talking about the kitchen, perhaps another person talking about the basement, and another person talking about the attic, okay? So you realize that from all those viewpoints, we can put them all together, and we will be able to get a feel of how that house is like, okay? So it is like how people advertise on these websites. If maybe somebody is selling a house, that is how they will portray it, right? They will upload photos to show the front, the back, the roof, the inside of the house, the bedrooms, the kitchen, the living room, and things like that. So even when we are on a group discussion, that is how we tackle the topic. We look at that topic from every point of view that we can, okay? Not just in one point of view, because most topics you will realize that they really have many implications, okay? You would realize that they have far-reaching implications to other people and to other aspects of life, okay? So remember also to use conventional phrases. So these are words that are commonly used that everybody knows, okay? But remember, these conventional phrases are not slang, okay? Slang is really discouraged to be used. We discourage the use of slang in such things. Okay, all right. So I will be the chairperson of the group discussion, and what I will be doing is to keep the order, you know. Okay, if I was in the classroom situation, I will be keeping the order. I will be managing the time that would be given to every speaker. Okay, but in this context, since we will be texting, the only time I will be managing is the time we have available for the lesson. Then I will make sure that you keep to the agenda, okay? That you do not off ramp, or talk about anything which is not relevant to our topic of discussion. And I will also help to lead the discussion, okay? So I will give each person a chance to speak. So in this context, that is when I would be reading your viewpoints, and I will be commenting on your grammar, okay? Your grammar, your spelling, your punctuation, and the choice of the words that which you use. Okay, and please do pay attention because this is a learning experience for all of us. By the end of this lesson, we all of us should have gained something. All of us should have learned something or become better at how we write or how we communicate. And even right now, I encourage everybody to participate. Okay, so that is what I would be doing today. That will be my duties as the chairperson. I will be neutral, I will not be favoring any specific person's viewpoints, I will be neutral. I will not be taking any sides, okay? And after that, we will go on to reach a conclusion. So before our discussion, let me summarize that which I have been saying up until so far. So if we summarize this, okay, it is about speaking, but in this case, we will be writing. Okay, and remember, speaking and writing, they go together. We should all be good in speaking and we should all be good in writing. Okay, because being an excellent communicator means that you can speak well and you can also write well. Okay, so for the next remaining minutes before the lesson ends, we will use it to talk about this topic, which I think is very interesting, especially for you guys. So here's our topic there. I wrote it in yellow. Is our topic is social media. I want us to discuss the benefits of social media as well as the dangers of social media. Okay. So when I mean social media, I'm talking about social media in the general sense. Okay. So I think it will really help. Okay. Like when you talk about this, think about the social media the social media platform that which you have in mind. Okay, so do you all understand what is required of us? And remember, if you have a question, please use the chat to ask a question and I will get to it. So yes, this is our topic we are going to discuss now. So I will be waiting for your contributions, for your viewpoints. And remember what I've already said, that for every viewpoint that you have, we need reasons for it. Okay. If you say social media has its benefit, what are those benefits and why do you say so? Remember, like there are many social media platforms, okay? And the popular ones like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, WhatsApp, Pinterest, What else do you also have? You can, I know that you guys, you are more exposed and in tune with them, so you may really. Okay, then they say there's also BBM. Thank you, Bonet. I see there is a hand in, somebody raised the hand. Please use the chat. Can you see? Please use the chat. Okay, okay. Can you see? Let me see if I can give you an opportunity to speak.
I didn't. I was not sure in the previous lesson and in the beginning, so I don't know what you guys are speaking about.
Oh, we are talking about group discussions. Okay, so right now on your screen, you will see, right now on your screen, you will see the topic that which we are discussing today. Today's lesson is about a group discussion. So I have already I have already presented and thought about what we are required to do in a group discussion. So now we are going to apply all those steps with our group discussion by this topic that which I gave right now. Okay, I hope you understand me now, Kani. Thank you for your question. So yes, that is what you are doing, guys. It is a group discussion. And if you have a question, please use the chat and we will help you there. So yes, I am still waiting for your viewpoints, and for every viewpoint you give, please tell us the reasons why. You cannot say social media is a danger, okay? We do not understand how is it a danger. Remember, most of us, okay, every one of us here, we have smartphones, we have tablets, we have computers, we have laptops, okay, and we use social media, okay? We use social media. Even news channels have social media, okay? And our favorite singers, our favorite actors, our favorite media personalities, they also have social media. And although for most of us, we may never get that opportunity to really speak to them or to see them like face to face in real time, but we can interact with them through social media. Okay, so please, whatever you say, tell us the reasons why. Like I've said earlier in the lesson, that for whatever opinion you have, okay, for whatever opinion you have, surely you have a reason for that, and we really need to hear those reasons. Okay, all right. So okay, let me start. Okay, so for me, I can say, um, okay, I can say that social media really can be dangerous. Yeah, okay, I can really start there. Before going to the benefits, let me go to its dangers. So I can say social media could be dangerous, because I don't know, it is almost like we as people, it's almost like it is easier to trust somebody who is on the other side, like it's almost like it is easier to trust somebody on social media than to trust somebody you know. Why why am I saying this? Because remember, the danger is that I can say that I'm 16 years old, okay? Clearly I'm not 16, right? But then because you do not see me, then you may believe that really I am 16. Then you and I, we chat, I say I like you, you say you like me, and all that. We become friends and stuff like that. And then because of how we have been chatting so well on social media, we'll be like, you know what, let's meet. How about we meet where? Even like in this situation of the lockdown, we still want to meet. And then okay, we meet there and you realize that I'm not really the person I said I am, and then maybe I do something despicable, something bad. Maybe I kidnap you, I rob you, or I do whatever despicable thing you may think of. Okay, so that is the danger of social media. And another thing is that which baffles me sometimes is a person can say on social media what they may not say to you like face to face, you know. I mean, someone now can go somewhere and check in and say, I'm in Cape Town. They check in on social media. But then that person, I can really ask, where are you going? They just say, no, I'm just going somewhere, for some fresh air. They don't tell me that they're going to Cape Town. But then you are telling people on social media that you're going to Cape Town. Okay. So, so if then there is somebody who is stalking you, you you really just made things easier for them to locate you because now they know where you are. And so yes, those really are the dangers. And I remember also growing up, I also heard about this sad story of this young girl who was in high school. So she met one person on social media and they were chatting and they became friends. And you know so one time they agreed to meet. Okay, so then this girl told this guy that he should come to her house. So then this girl gave this guy her home address. Okay, so like they met on a weekday. Let's say it was Monday. So so then, okay, this child, she, she went out in the morning dressed in school uniform ready to go to school, but then she didn't go to school. Okay, she just went out and then she came back. Okay, then remember, by the time she came back, it was still in the morning. So like her parents already have gone to work. So then that guy came to this girl's house. Then okay, everything was okay. They've been chatting, they've been speaking. I mean, it really was good for them to see each other, for the first time because they've been chatting so long. So then one thing led to the other. They started to fight. You know, the guy had her, the guy raped this girl, and then after that he killed her. So when the parents came home later that day, they found their daughter dead. you know they thought she was in school. She didn't go to school. She skipped school just for this, to meet a stranger she met on social media at her own home. you know so that is why I was talking about the dangers. Okay, so these are the dangers of social media. So I don't know, but I've seen it seems like people really take their privacy seriously, but when it comes to social media, it's almost like they do forget. Okay, that is that really is the saddest thing for me. So yeah. Okay, I wonder what all of you are saying. I hope I didn't scare anybody. I was just talking about my viewpoint, and and really letting everybody know that there are dangers to social media, and you should really take caution. You should really be careful how you use social media so that you can avoid these dangers and minimize these dangers. Okay, because when social media was created, it was not created to to be harmful for us. It was created to really help us to improve the quality of our lives as well as the quality of our relationships. Okay, let me go to the chat now and see what everybody is writing. Remember, I said I want for every opinion you write, I also want your reasons. Like I said, I give my opinion and I also give my reasons for my opinion. And I am really asking the same from you. Okay, and I will also use this opportunity to comment on your punctuation, your spelling, the choice of your words. Okay, yes. Okay, let me go to the chat now. All right. So remember, if you just wrote your opinion without a reason, I will not read it. Okay. I need a reason for your opinion, guys. If you write an opinion without a reason, it really doesn't help us because we do not know. So write your opinion and the reason so that we can understand what you are trying to communicate to us. That is how a group discussion works. Okay. All right. Okay, Bonet says social media is good because it helps you to meet new people, to find jobs, and to make money. Okay, that's interesting. Then we have Tristan saying no, it saying no, social media is not dangerous if you're smart enough to use it. Yes, that's good, Tristan, if you're smart enough to use it. But the question is, how can you be smart enough to use it? I mean, sometimes what you think other people know, people may not really know. Okay. So Tristan, I would really like it if you could just give us a few ways of being smart when you use social media. Okay. Thank you so much. Then we have Helen saying, maybe you accidentally left you actually living address, and some bad people come and rob you because you always show your fancy things on social media like Facebook. Okay. So yes, Helen, that's why I also talked about dangers, that sometimes we are not aware of the information that we are giving away with what we do. Okay. Yes. Yes. Sometimes really we are just not aware. That's a good viewpoint. Thank you. Zamakuke says some people stalk you, then they get your location, then break into your house, then they take all your furniture or kidnap you. That is why social media is dangerous, or threaten you, or else they kill your family. Okay, so Zamakuke stands with me that social media can be dangerous, and that is how dangerous it can be. Okay, so another question will be, how then can we avoid these dangers of social media? Because we can't say because of these dangers we leave social media. I mean, without social media, it was going to be difficult for us teachers here at STEM Lockdown Digital School to reach out to you learners. Okay, I mean, it is because of social media that we are able to reach out to you. So what are some ways that we can use to avoid these dangers? Please let us know in the chat. Okay, Tristan saying people can't stalk you because every social media you can block the person from seeing your content. Okay, so that is what the block feature is for. All right, that is what the block feature is for. Okay. They also say if people bother you on social media, then you can block them or report them. That is good. All right, so Kanyisile, let's hear what she says. Social media, okay, because most potential online danger. Okay, social media has the most potential online dangers. The problem can start if your child doesn't look after their personal information properly. The risks you need to be aware of are cyberbullying, right? You have you heard of it? So cyberbullying, that is bullying which happens using digital technology. So it is like bullying, but it happens on the internet. So another risk to be aware of is invasion of privacy. Yes, that is also a danger where your privacy is invaded, that people who don't know you starts to know some very private things that even people who know you don't. I mean, can you imagine that? Can you imagine if I am your best friend? I don't know some private things about you, but I'm your best friend. But somebody else who doesn't know you, who you don't even know, knows those private things that I, your best friend, doesn't know. Man, that almost feels like you just betrayed me. Yeah, that's. Mm-mm. Okay, let's continue. Lesedi S says social media has its benefit, okay? Like meeting nice people around the world, and you can find information that can be helpful to you, but it can be dangerous as to bad people getting to not knowing they are bad, and you give them personal information thinking that you trust them, not knowing that they are out to get you. Yes, Lesedi, yep, such things do happen, and I have had I really have had such an incident has happened to me. If there's still time at the end, I will share it. Okay, all right. Okay, Tristan says you don't talk to strangers. If they are a kid, they are cool. But if they message you and they seem serious, then you leave. Okay, thank you, Tristan. Remember to write in full sentences. Okay, thank you. Right. Another interesting thing is that you cannot see a person through the screen. Okay. Even right now, my video is off, so you can't see me. You can only hear me, and I also can see you. Right. Okay. So Lesedi S says people can get to you in many ways. That's the danger of social media, and that is the reason why, guys, I am asking you what can you do to avoid these dangers that you are speaking about here in the chat. Okay. All right. Okay, there's somebody putting this emoji. I don't know what is an emoji of it, but he says social media is not a benefit because it had made us to be lazy and less social. Back in the day, people will write each other letters. They will spend time out of the house enjoying life. Now we are in the house 24/7, 365. Anxiety was created by social media. Wow, that is a very interesting viewpoint and it is very unique. You realize that, yeah, this is true. Okay, let's assume that the lockdown was lifted and it is a weekend, okay, and you miss your friend. What are you likely to do? Will you go to your friend's house and check on him or her? Chances are that you will text your friend, say, hey, friend, I miss you, okay? And it really kind of, so yeah, you will do that, and it sometimes fools us, it makes you feel like you are close to a certain person, but you realize that you really are not, okay? Because when you are speaking to somebody with social media, like there are some things which like, okay, remember when we talk about communication, there is verbal communication and non-verbal communication. So if I'm meeting with you real life, like face to face, there is verbal communication from what I speak, and there is also non-verbal communication with my mannerisms, okay? So that really makes our communication to be more comprehensive because you can hear what I say, you can hear my tone, how I say it. You can also see my body language when I speak, whether I'm happy or sad or excited or what. And it's very difficult for me to fool you, You can ask me, how are you? And I'll be like, I'm fine. Okay. So that tells you that because of the tone my voice, it shows you that I'm not really fine, I'm just buying your face. My body language will show that I'm really down, I'm not fine, okay? And that is something which is very hard for us to realize when we speak to social media. You can say I'm fine, and I will say, okay, no, my friend is fine, I'm good, I'm happy. But you realize that no, your friend is not fine. The next day you hear that your friend committed suicide. Eh? How? How did he commit suicide? Because I just spoke to him like yesterday and he said he was fine. You know, those kind of things, okay? Yeah, so social media sometimes it really has made us to be lazy and to not really take that time and effort in our friendships and also in our relationships. All right, Tristan Crowing saying the benefit of social media may have, okay, even though social media have made us lazy, but instead of writing something for how long, you can just send a message just like that. Okay, so yeah, well, that is true, that is true, that is true. So in as much, okay, we've been speaking so much about the dangers of social media. I think that was a good thing because usually when we talk about social media, we talk about its benefits. You all know the good that social media does for us because we use social media almost every hour, Every time when you have your phone in your hand, you are on social media. It is maybe you're on Facebook, you're on Instagram, Twitter, WhatsApp, and all these other things, okay? But we know how it benefits us. The thing that which I feel we are ignorant of is the dangers, okay? That is why I've been speaking about the dangers, and I would really love us to let's talk about how to avoid those dangers. Okay, how do we avoid those people who stalk us? You know, how do you avoid those people who try to scam us, who try to spam us? You know, how do we do that? Okay, how do we do that? So remember, if you have question, please use the chat. Please use the chat. Yes, please use the chat. Kani, I see you raised your hand. Please use the chat and I will get to you. Okay, they say social media is disastrous. Oh, all right. Okay, so yes, again, social media really does benefit us also, because if it wasn't for social media, then it will be difficult to really have these classes, you know. Yeah, so that is the way it is about it. Okay, so yeah. So those are the benefits and the dangers of social media. Okay, there's somebody in the chat saying they want to ask a question, but it's too long. So let me just give an opportunity. Let us hear your question. I have just unmuted you right now. What's your
Uh, I,
question?
I wanted to ask, do you know about a game called Kahoot?
The what?
A game called Kahoot.
No, I haven't heard about it. What about it?
It helps children that when they can't do much things, you go to another device and you Google on your another device www.kahoot, and then you ask questions, and then we see who understand the work that you teach him or her about the last few 9 weeks.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. All right. Okay, thank you so much for your comment. So yes, they talk about Kahoot. Apparently, it is helpful with your schoolwork. So I think everybody should check it out. Can you see, like, can you please write Kahoot in the chat so that everybody can see it, so that they may also check it out. Okay. So yes, we've been talking about social media. Okay, so that is the thing about social media. Okay, yes, yeah, in as much as it has its benefits, the benefits of social media are not a problem, so that's good. But the dangers really are what is a problem, and that is what we should be avoiding. Okay, so yes, remember guys, always try your best to always try your best to really minimize the dangers that which you may be exposed to social media. Okay, yeah, remember, you know, that people on social media, they are people just like the people around you. In as much as the people around you can be good to you, it's the same is true with people on social media. And as much as the people around you can treat you so bad, that's also true about people in social media. Because remember, people in social media are the people you see every day. Is that it's just that some of them you do not know. Okay. Okay, so yeah, that is what it's all about. So I only have a few minutes, 2 minutes before the end of the lesson. So we will just end it here. Thank you guys for your participation in today's group discussion. Thank you for your participation today. Yes. Oh, my story. I didn't tell my story. Okay, the story, it really was a danger to me. I met somebody on social media, and you know, we we talked to each other. I introduced myself. She also introduced herself to me, and she sent me her picture. She was so beautiful. Wow, she was a very beautiful person. And you know, I told him what I like, my personality. She also shared the same things with me. And then after that, she started saying, like, she started telling me her problems, that, she is at a, she is at a specific place, um, she really needs help, she really needs money. Her father just died and her father left her, millions of like money, like millions, and then for her to claim that inheritance money, she needs another person's bank account, and then she asks for mine, so that, when so that when they transfer the money, they'll transfer it to me, and then after that, she will come where I stay, and me and her, we will live together, we'll live happily ever after with all those millions of her inheritance, So like I was really skeptical. How then can you trust a stranger with millions? I mean, you cannot even trust your brother or your sister with your 100 you just saved yesterday. How can you trust somebody else you don't know with millions? So that really made me skeptical. I was skeptical. I was shocked, and I decided to really stop talking to her. Because I was really scared of what could really happen. I really saw that as a danger. So yeah, I just ended it there. I stopped talking to her, and yeah, so that is my story, guys. So I would like to remember, guys, please use social media because it helps us. It's beneficial for our studies, for our personal work, for our relationships with our friends. But remember, guys, remember to be careful, okay? If something is too good to be true on social media, it usually is, okay? So please keep safe, stay safe. This is the end of our lesson. So in case you are wondering, tomorrow this is what we'll be doing. Tomorrow we'll be learning about how to read a drama or a play, and we'll also learn about the key features of a drama or a play. It's going to be good, it's going to be amazing. I hope you will join me tomorrow. Okay, remember, guys, keep well, take care, be responsible with how you use social media so that we can all enjoy it, enjoy life, have fun, So, yes, guys, let us meet tomorrow again. And from us, STEM Lockdown Digital School, we are out. See you tomorrow, same time, same place. Bye bye.